This is IFV, the web space with your dose of business and financial news. In full view, we're making your business our business.
Entrepreneur Manny Perez, co-founder of Dymo Mimio Interactive Teaching Technologies, tells IFV News how he got to where he is today in the challenging world of tech. He also shows us his company's latest development in classroom technology.
It started with 5 kids, at MIT, most of us grad students. MIT had this competition, it's called the 50K competition, that you submit a business plan to and an idea. And if you win, or you're the first or second runner-up, you get a certain amount of money and you're allowed to, you get the opportunity to pursue your business. So a good friend of mine, his name is Yonald Cherry, came up with this idea of what if we could build a device that anything that you wrote on a whiteboard could automatically be transcribed so that students could pay attention in class. So we wrote a business plan around that sort of idea, and we ended up coming in first runner up. And out of that, we got some money, and we started actually trying to build this product at the same time as we tried to secure financing. We were successful in both. And a few years later, we were able to launch our first product. And we started to build a company around that idea. And that was very exciting. It was fun to watch it grow from 5 people, working out of a dorm room, soldering irons and stuff crashing, stuff not working, and triumphs, and then turning that into a business. Unfortunately, the business that we went after sort of went away from our educational roots and took us into the corporate environment, which was a poor business choice. And because of that, part of being an entrepreneur, you have successes and you have failures. The market wasn't there. And when the internet bubble collapsed, so did most of the company. And so we had to go through rounds of layoffs, a lot of, painful experiences. But when we got smaller, we sort of refocused on the education market. And in doing that, we had a singular focus as opposed to trying to be everything to everyone. And we were able to build up a really solid business with a much smaller group of people. And then eventually, we were acquired by Newell Rubermaid in order to have us really start to invest a lot more money in research and development and really take the product and the company where, we wanted to take it.
So this was 12 years ago at MIT. What made you stick with it after going through so many ups and downs? Was it just the sheer idea of the product that excited you so much?
Well, I think part of it for me personally is I always saw the potential, and I don't like to quit or give up. And I think that's very important. If you look at the market we were going after, we were sort of forced into that corporate market, and now we're back in education. A lot of it is the people you work with, the team you have, and belief in the products or services that you're delivering. And you have to stick with the ups and the downs. I think that's part of building any business.
Is this a unique product that you're showing us today, or are there other companies doing something similar? Are they doing the exact same thing, but you're trying to do it better? What is the atmosphere like today?
I think that's a mixture of both. We have a variety of new products that we're showing here today. So I think probably the biggest claim for our interactive whiteboard product is that it can turn any surface into an interactive whiteboard product. And I would say we're fairly unique in the industry in doing that. There are 1 or 2 other companies that are doing it as well, but that's not really where the industry is at. So I think that's innovative. And then our student response system, I think what's really neat there is that industry has sort of gotten into this arms race of, let's add more buttons, let's add more features, and no one's really took a step back and said, how can we make something simple, easy to use, that's really going to be used in a classroom and increase the effectiveness of learning. So I think a lot of this technology has been around for a while, and we're really trying to make it easy to use, pull some things together, and innovate where appropriate.
Can you just walk us through brief descriptions of each product?
The first product is called Mimio Teach. That's our interactive whiteboard product. And what that product does is you put it on any whiteboard, and in conjunction with a projector and a computer, you turn that into a giant interactive surface. So teachers and students, rather than being stuck behind a PC, can now go up and interact and teach in front of the classroom. The next product is Mimio View. So Mimio View is a document camera, and a document camera basically allows you to take any 2 or 3 dimensional object and bring it into a digital space. And I think the real innovation that we've done there is no setup required for this device. And there's no learning curve because you can use the exact same tools that you use on your interactive whiteboard with this document camera. So once you know how to use one, you can use the other one, and it all works seamlessly together. The next product is Mimio Vote. So this is Mimio's student response system. So a student response system, it really serves 2 purposes. One, it allows you to instantly assess where your class is at. So you basically poll the class and ask them a question, and you instantly get feedback not only on the individual students, but on how your entire class is doing. So you know if you have to readdress material. Another neat feature of it is you can also do quizzes with it, and it will instantly grade that for you. And the students on their devices will instantly see their results and know how they did on that quiz. We have Mimio Capture, and what Mimio Capture allows you to do is if you don't have a projector or you're not using a projector, which may be appropriate for certain math classes, for example, what that product does is it captures everything you do on your whiteboard, an ordinary whiteboard, and digitizes that in real time, in color, on your PC, and then you can use that to print out the notes, give it to a student who was absent, and students can pay attention in class as opposed to scribbling down notes. And the last product is Mimio Studio, and that's basically our software platform that is tying all of these things together.